Welcome to Wednesday Night Fights, the online edition. We're here for that Street Fighter 5 and people. I'm excited to see what the players are going to bring to the table. It's been after Intel, people are a little bit high, they want to get them run back and things like that. But before we get to the fisticuffs, we're going to run the introductions. My name is St. Cola, aka, Panda Global's own St. Coble. I said Panda Global. It's really just Panda these days. But anyway, more importantly, I'm joined with the homie Fawn. How you doing, brother?
What's up, man? Yeah, I'm doing okay. Now I gotta remember like which way to look. It's not that way. It's this way. I have an office chair and stuff now. Okay. What's up, St. Cola? I'm doing pretty well. I'm doing okay here on this Wednesday Night Fights here on July 28th at night at 7 p.m. PDT, 10 p.m. Eastern for those of you guys that are also on the East Coast watching this amazing action here on this Wednesday. It is wonderful Wednesday night. I'm also excited to see a bunch of this action that's going to be going on tonight. Like you said, after Intel, people are going to be a little bit more hungry to try and see what they can do here. They're going to go back to their locals, always hit the books, always hit the lab, make sure they can keep showing themselves and put their best foot forward, no matter what game it is you play.
Yeah, I feel like after that kind of tournament, you're like, dang, the competition's kind of hot. Like you definitely want to not be, super whack or whatever out here, lacking and slacking. One of the things that I really like is the fact that just in general for Intel was showcasing all the regional play that we have and all the players and stuff like that. The big upset was Chrissy CH taking over Nephew.
Yes.
Was definitely the favorite. Not that Chrissy CH is like a weak dude or anything like that, right? Like it's not like he's like lacking or whatever. Like he's terrible. But the fact of the matter is, Nephew's been on a hot streak, and it was Chrissy CH taking him down in the finals. So I'm excited to see where the players are at, like after that. Okay, I went to the lab. See what Nephew be doing. Is he going back to the TikToks, going back to the source of power? Is it TikToks? Is he doing all that? So, that's why I'm excited to see like everything that happens after a big tournament.
Yeah, exactly. Because it really, as someone that also used to compete, like I'll never forget like me playing Dragon Ball Fighters and going to CEO and doing pretty well there, but then losing to Angelic. That sent me like out of losers bracket.
Ooh, Angelic.
And coming
right there.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, and coming back home and being like, all right, well, I guess it's time to play again. Like, come home immediately. You put all your bags down. You boot up training mode once again. You try and see if you can reiterate some of the stuff it was you were getting hit by. See if you can adjust to some of that. And I'm excited because it's always the weekend or the week after the tournament that you find out how hungry everybody is, right? Because then you see right, exactly. Because then you see like the grind. You see more of those same rematches that you may have saw during the bigger tournaments. You see all these people coming in and seeing how much more aggressive and how they've adapted their play style. To fit their current opponents. So I'm always excited. Like literally the weekend after the tournament is always like my favorite time as opposed to the actual tournament because then everybody starts going nuts because everyone's always in the lab and then like some of them are hungry.
I mean, we do have, the match arena. I was gonna get to, other things, but right now the most important thing is y'all hit up that match arena and making that pot hot. There's codes to be used. It's super easy to do, people. All you gotta go and do now is click on a few things here and there. You ain't even gotta do the, what was a little bit difficult last time. Not even difficult, but this is baby mode. What was easy mode before is a baby mode. Y'all can go ahead and hit the contribute button. Link your stuff, make it super easy. Do the Twitch quest on the right hand side. They're super easy to do, so make sure y'all are taking care of those codes.
Exactly. Once again,
go ahead and get those done.
Yeah. Be sure that you guys definitely do that. Punk is actually in this bracket tonight in the top 8 bracket as well.
Wait, hold on. Let me update.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Boom, there you go.
Okay, there we go. All right, cool. I was like, oh, Punk's in the bracket later on tonight.
What did my man do all the way out? He just won TDC in the East.
That's what I was about to bring up. I was literally just about to bring that up. I was like, wow, okay. All right, so he's back in here tonight, huh? All right, Chrissy CH and JB are going to be the first match it is, I believe we're looking at. Rodney is carried versus Luigi. Anthony versus JDT or JOT. I believe it is JDT. No, JOT. Okay, so sorry. For a second, I couldn't quite see the bracket. I had to make sure that it was already up there. And then Nephew versus Mira is what we'll be seeing in the top 8 bracket tonight, both winners and losers side. You guys got some great matches coming at you tonight for sure. I'm excited to see them. I mean, Chrissy CH, very prominent player, somebody that we've seen consistently at Wednesday Night Fight, especially when we casted the team tournament together a while back. Playing yeah, exactly. And playing and just somebody it is that I know that has been consistently hungry, which is why I'm excited to see him play tonight, especially with his run at Intel. I'm really was impressed by his play there. I'm excited to see his play tonight.
I'm excited to see JB just Eagle Spike you know, as a throw bait, just to be
Yeah,
a jerk.
right, yeah.
Just, I just want to see JV get wild with it, but people we get wild with out here. Top 8. Do we all let the people know what's going on? Wednesday night fights. You know what? We already saw people talk about like is the NA soft after Punk's
Yeah.
like that. What I want to see is people come through and come correct. Like you want to stop the villains like Punk or whatever. You want to showcase that you're sick out here. You want to what better way than to come through and play? Come through and get these top spots. Come through and make your stake out here and win these tournaments out here with all these stacked players, especially when you got JB, you got Nephew and things like that.
Right,
That's the best way. Let me see that heat that y'all say you got.
There we go. First match: Chris CCH versus JB. This is Rashid versus Seth. To be honest with you, Rashid's still one of those characters that I feel like gives people a hard time and overall rushes them down. But much like we're seeing here in the corner versus Chris CCH, he really is keeping that pressure on consistently and concisely. Stun bars building up. The pressure is there. Blocks the DP, and that's going to be the stun. The first round for JB is already in the books.
So quick by JB. And those bust out situations just didn't work. I like those reads just in general for JB. And you were talking about Rashid being super strong. I mean, he really is. Like, this character is,
absolutely.
He's a problem. He has all the tools to win. You just have to use them correctly. He's kind of like a Kuma, but just a lot faster and a lot less about the damage, a lot more about the corner pressures to get up the corner. So we're going right here. The throw.
Oh,
Max range of the punch, medium punch. Dang.
There we go. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Is more of I think of a better way to describe that. Use the V reversal to actually get out of the corner, but he's still going to be the one that gets killed here. Chris CCH claps back, just like JB did last round, to make sure that he ties us up at a 1-1 in our very first match of the tournament. My goodness, it was corner to just one side. JB was put him in the corner. Chris puts him in the corner one time, and now we're back in the corner for JB. If history repeats itself, this could be a little bit dangerous for Chris.
Oh man, I wonder if he would have got a lay at that distance. Maybe not, but still has him caught up in the corner. You said counter hit, no conversion though. But still, this is one of those things where, I'm about to say, you don't want to be put in the corner by Rashid. You don't want to get corner carried all the way up to the other side of the screen. B skill suck. Careful now, one good jump in, but he baited it out with the heavy kick. Watch stuff.
Standing roundhouse already to make sure that he gets the anti-air. V-trigger activation for JB and tosses him back into the corner. Rashid wants it, but Chris has jumped out literally every time. I believe this might be death, actually. If he actually gets the hit, he can convert it to CA. That's going to be the kill for Chris. My good, so JB has had him in the corner a couple times now, but every single time it is I've seen JB put him in the corner, Chris has literally jumped out. Like the first round was like a little bit more questionable, but Chris definitely found his momentum, and literally every time I've seen him in that corner after that, Chris has literally jumped out.
He's out. He's like, I don't want to be here.
Every single time.
It's the danger zone. He don't want to be there. Like, Rashid can fight out of the corner. I mean, both characters can kind of fight out of the corner, but like, Rashid has really good ways of keeping people in the corner. If he backs up, he's got the crouching medium punch at some ranges. X can kind of defeat that, but Heavy Mixer can kind of deal with it too as well in the reverse. So let's see JB kind of back up a little bit and just let Chrissy CH hang himself. Stuns rising back throw. There you go. Quick tings out here. Jump in.
Yeah, the jump in back to the corner once again. They managed to get the damage, but Chris challenges, and this could be the start of something unfortunate for JB, but beautiful for Chris. Good tech from JB as Chris wants to still try and move, and he catches the backdash with a standing roundhouse and manages to keep the corner position. That has to be an input error, right? I don't know. That's what he went for.
No. I think that was the intentional thing. Using the standing heavy. You see, like the distance that it has. That was actually an intentional thing to catch the backdash. But still got JB baited out the DP. Chrissy CH with the punish, runs the EX, and that's corner push right there.
Just to use the DP to try and get himself out of the corner. It spins, but uses the V-shift to try and stop things. Standing roundhouse once again to try and check JB on the backdash there. Manages to catch him. Every time he walks back, he's getting clipped, but JB's fighting back just as effectively as Chris is. Forward throw just to try and walk him down to the corner. That's all he wants. Roundhouse into activation, and the throw is teched. But that's going to be, I believe, all she wrote for right now. Yeah, that's entirely it. Chrissy CH for another round ties it up.
Does not spend any bar two. That's optimal right there. And I can't believe he got the conversion off the medium kick. That was tight. Chris CCH using everything with a cool toolkit of his character. And now it's on set point. JV got him caught up in the corner though, but we've seen what Chris CCH do. He feels real froggy and jumps right out.
keeping the pressure on him. Standing medium punches are really keeping Chris in check in terms of what he can do. Once again, jumps out to try to escape. Uses the roundhouse to try and snipe the wall jump, but gets counter hit instead. The pressure is a lot to deal with Rashid. And my goodness, those buttons are flying right now. My gosh.
That's what you got to do. That's what you're doing with Rashid. Standing heavy punch, crouch fears, things like that. Actually blocks out the sequence right there. Back throw. Oh, normal throw though. Trying to give the further and further to the left side of the screen right there. With the throw pressure. Open him up.
Okay. For the crouching mediums. Still trying to keep the pressure. That's the third throw in the row. He uses the DP, but that's going to be it into CCH. Or I should say into...
Chris CCH?
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. It's a Chris CCH. That conversion kills and nets Chris CCH a point on the board for himself. My goodness. I mean, that's like... So he had the pressure a lot of the time. JB really was in control for what felt like the majority of the match, but things sort of shifted around towards the tail end of that. It was more so the fact that Chris was able to recognize that the pressure wasn't quite there in its entirety, right?
I think a big portion of what went wrong for JB in a lot of situations was the beta reversals, the damage on the deck from that character. B, not just allowing Seth to leave the corner. You do not want to let that. Your money maker is the corner. You make money on the corner. As for Sheet, you keep him caught up in the corner. You run your pressure game. If they're getting out, you're doing something wrong. So I would like to see JB back up a little bit. Maybe do heavy mixer if he's trying to come through. The axe kick not as dangerous this season. So, you could just kind of. If you have the challenge, you can use crouching medium punch, kind of put it back, or just, like I said, heavy mixer. It's not as easy as maybe other characters with like straightforward DPs, but we're seeing my man go down the loser side. Yeah, and that's not lower side, baby. That's loser side out here. We have TC. That's losers. During certain events, they're like, can you please say lower? Can you please say upper? I'm like,
oh no,
losers.
Not like this. The expose tonight. The expose. My goodness.
It's losers.
It's losers bracket.
The loser side here. Exactly. Between Luigi and Rodney is carried. Now we've seen people, discuss what characters are carried on Twitter. You see the people, with their outbursts on their stream saying this character carried. Yeah, But it's never that way, even despite the name Rodney. Playing a character that doesn't have the best neutral. I mean, Laura, neutral's okay, but what makes her feel like she's carried is when she gets the mix going. When she puts you in the corner, and will it blend? Of course it'll blend. It'll always blend.
It always blends. No resistance whatsoever.
No.
There will be a blend at the end of the round for sure. I mean, I definitely think that Laura is one of those characters, like you said, that is really strong, and a lot of the frustration stems from the fact of how many mix-ups and how many situations she puts you in that you particularly either have to guess in or have to respect. But that's, once again, if she manages to get the hit. I think she loses to a lot of characters that have superior fireballs and greater neutral. Typically, typically like longer longer reaching buttons, or characters like Gao, I think definitely punish her extremely hard. While the name is there, while the name is there, Rodney is carried. Like this, I can imagine this one might be a hard matchup for Laura here.
Yeah, it's not going to be fun. As you said, you can check her fireballs real easy. Having those long-range buttons is going to stop a lot of the approach, too, and having a reversal is big painful. Then again, not having a 3-frame is a benefit for her, too, as well. Air-to-air right there, the tech. Ball call up in the corner. Gal needs to leave this right now. But he's stunned.
Oh,
it's done.
Rest in peace. Oh, no. Wave the white flag of surrender. The round is over. It's already done. This is the Laura optimization, and that's going to be the kill. Rodney is carried, takes the very first round. That's what we were talking about. It's the aspect of being able to put them in precarious positions that make them a little bit more uncomfortable the more you fight them in, right? That's what Laura prioritizes in, especially when you don't want to be in a position, that's what happens.
Yeah, when you pull that flash kick, I definitely felt that from Luigi. He's the type to do that, though. He's the type to put the flash kicks out in maybe situations that don't feel right, but he's landing that one right there. The back dash, what a read. Audience carry with the activation of the medium kick. Still caught up in the corner still. Throw, there you go.
Nice. Man just crosses up as well. Now he baits out the V-shift. Now what Rodney has to do is he has to keep him in a situation that relies on Luigi guessing. That's why he's burning so much meter. He wants to use those fireballs trying to escape. A crouching roundhouse does manage to trip Rodney up, though. It gets him in his knees, and he manages to catch him. He tries the V-shift once again. He tries to back up anything to get out of those situations. That is what makes Laura so terrifying. is those aspects where you are in the corner and even at mid-screen, right? That V-trigger activation gets going, and then you're going to get got. Like you said, will it blend? The answer is always yes, no matter what.
I feel like some of the situations where it's just like, man, my man didn't even get a chance to be mixed out here. He just got got. He died tired. He did the B shift to stay away. He just died tired. It's like, dog, you got away for a second. But that's the thing is like, you know, rotating your defensive options has to be on point against this character, especially when they get going. And Luigi with the wait and bait, you know, Rodney's carried, already getting the command grab. It's starting off strong to the back off Luigi, just fade away from that crouching Luigi kick that can convert into so much, you know, into the bolt charge, into, you know, I'm in front of your face like you need toothpaste, so the command grabs go in.
Tries to jump out, manages to put Laura in the corner now, but those buttons are still checking him on his way out. The front door hits you on the way out, Luigi. He's still trying to block, back up, obviously, use the V skill. This is what I mean. This is the neutral it is that Gao has over Laura. She has to play pretty patient, but a good jump in patience pays off in dividends right now as the corner pressure is there. Backed up to try and see if he could bake the flash kick or anything of the sort, but he wanted to give him that respect, but even still, he has the corner position. He just wants to keep him there now. Goes for the throw, manages to get one, but that's a good interruption from Luigi.
Throwing the baby boomers right there to lock down the neutral. Activation, careful about jumping. She can get you an extended combo. You'll definitely kill the jump. Back away. There's the baby boomer to lock down the pressure trade in favor.
Into another boomer.
Careful now. Just stay away. Just stay away. Luigi, stay away. You're good to go right here. Those are the EX that'll connect.
That's all he has to do. Yep, exactly. Yeah, it is. That is the startup of that fireball playing a huge portion of that, right? Part of the reason why she can't contest this frequently against somebody that has as fast projectiles as Guile, but my goodness, of course, my bad. I feel like Laura's one of those characters where if you say her name 3 times in the mirror, this happens. It's fear. It's only fear. There's nothing there. It's Bloody Mary. But when it's like Candyman, that's it. It's the Candyman. The blood washes off, and that's all that remains. It's Laura. It wasn't there. We were scared of Bloody Mary. We were scared of Bloody Mary. We were scared of the Candyman. It wasn't them. It was Laura. It was her standing in the mirror behind you.
You turn around and you see the Bonita. I win this round. Luigi, fight back, brother. You about to be in a horror film. There's the air throw, though. He's staying solid, though. This is him fighting back. This is the end portion of the film. Gets the knockdown, upside down kick, the command grab. This is a sequel that we typically see for this character. Pressure situation that could come from her, and the V bar building up at the bottom could enact more. Yeah, I like Luigi going for the pressure and like trying to dissuade the activation.
Yeah, I also like his patience here. That's what's paying off compared to how last match went, because now he's tied things up 1-1, right? But this is why I like the adaptation from him is the aspect of sitting back, waiting, watching, and understanding what you need to do against Laura, and just chugging those fireballs. Anytime where she jumps because you know she has to, he's going back to that standard, very like straightforward Guile play where you see the fireballs get tossed out, you jump, you get flash kicked or anti-aired, right? That's sort of what Luigi's doing, because Laura has a hard time getting in on situations like that. Like I said, with characters with faster fireballs, you got longer normals, you have a superior sense of neutral, and this is what happens. This is why he's waiting and picking his moments to go in instead of trying to keep the pressure.
Yeah, the zoning's way better too for the situations. I feel like he's backing up a lot more. He's doing a lot of close range fireballs that were getting jumped in. Didn't have a charge too. Rodney was recognizing that. Now a lot more damage to the deck from Luigi just in general. He's getting poking away. A lot of hits, even if they're errant hits, even on blocks, it's just all pecking away from Rodney. But here we go.
Oh no!
The chase for the 4 fears.
Oh
back
no!
for Luigi.
Okay, that's a good situation to escape yourself out of. Use the EX as well. Gets the corner reset with a backdash. Keeps him alive. Rodney gets anti-air. Flash kick is there. And an EX to follow it up. Yeah.
That was not even his turn.
Yeah.
That was not even his turn.
I mean, it doesn't happen to you. You have an EX.
Yeah, exactly. Vaughn, you saw it on Twitter. You only, you're only minus if you a buster. All right, exactly. I'm going to give you the PG-13 version. You're only minus if you a buster.
That's exactly why ignorance is bliss, especially in fighting games. That's all you need to know. Who says I'm minus, huh? Who said it?
Yeah, exactly.
Tell me exactly who said it.
Minus if I get hit and get punished. If I don't,
exactly right.
I'm a damn genius. All right. If I do, I'm on Twitter for another. Look at this idiot being a fool. But Luigi's super smart, staying solid, already on set point. Can he weather the storm of the Bonita?
Just use the fireball as well. Normal throw to try and see if he can bait out anything else. But a good hit means that this could lead to big damage. Throws out all the baby boomers and makes sure that he carries himself to the corner. Laura Has no HP left, very little, one remaining, but manages to get the cross up, but doesn't quite find the conversion there. I think that Luigi tried to go for something to try and see if he could stop it. It wasn't a counter hit, but it was his movement that sort of gave that away. Regardless, Luigi is the one that takes that one. He takes the set and manages to move on. My goodness, man. I mean, that is a very, very telling situation of how. Okay, so we talked about the fact of people getting carried. All you Twitter monsters out there, I completely understand, right? I get it. Characters are spooky. I can't wait.
Characters are spooky.
Characters are spooky. Real spooky hours. I get it. You got the skeletons in your closet. You open it up. It's lore. It's. Oh, be careful. It's. Next time you open up, you never know what's going to be. It could be a grappler. It could be Zangief. It could be Alex. You know. Right. But in situations like this, you have to understand that every single matchup in any fighting game it is that you look at is going to have a bad matchup. Any character is going to, right? There's going to be a situation that's not going to be as favorable. And Laura is one of those characters that, while may seem demonic, at the same time, she is definitely one of those characters that gets zoned out, especially heavily, like we saw. And if you play a patient character like Guile, like how you can benefit off of pretty much sitting back, throwing fireballs, and playing neutral, in its entirety, like we saw Luigi did, he would go up, he would get pokes. He wouldn't really convert it. He would go for a throw just to sort of like dash up, but that's just from what I saw, that was just sort of to put it right. Exactly. Yeah, that was sort of just to put it in his mind. Less so about how to keep his lead, because every poke it was that I saw him get, he backed off even on hit. Because that's just what you have to do, you know? Like you have to just sort of
you want to be too close to her, you know, get her going and stuff like that. Yeah.
Of course, right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I completely understand that. I mean, well played by him though.
He's probably played, you know, Eli and
Mira
so many times that he understands what could happen. He understands the danger. He's no stranger. And now we are going to the deadly side of things. We're gonna watch people get zipped up and shipped up. Down in the loser side of the bracket is going to be Jot versus looked like it was Anthony running that Ken. And I gotta give credit to Anthony out here. Okay. This person running Ken before the buffs. I see a lot of you going back to Ken. Like, oh man, Ken's strong. You pick up the character again. Before the buffs came through. So let me see if he comes through correct against the set. Super strong still this season. Many people still, catch him in the top spot, top 10 kind of thing out here. That B skill, maybe not having the range that it used to, but the converts that you get off it are super nice.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, running him before the buffs is also pretty huge, but it means that he has a little bit of that extra knowledge in his back pocket, right? But Anthony, more than anything, is definitely going to make usage of the buffs that are already there, and just to find a good conversion leads to the corner. Seth back against the wall right now as they use the V-Trigger 2 activation just to try and see if they can get the mix. Just scared things with a V-Shift to escape that. That's the first time it is I've actually believed I've seen somebody use that in order to utilize it, and I think that's a great look because of the fact that it sort of keeps people on their toes. Because they do keep the pressure of the UV break.
It does and it doesn't. There's definitely setups that will deal with that. Well, with DP right there, extension. But you have to be careful and aware. When you use a V-Shift, what a great hit. Shot cleaning it up. Now, back to the V-Shift stuff. Brandon actually was one of the people that was like, so before you can get hit if they're locked airtight on their V-Trigger mix-up, right? But Brandon, during the Intel World Open, was able to smooth through at the right time and use V-Shift and V-Reversal at the right time. So you just have to time it different, and you have to recognize what mix-up that they're going for. So it's really difficult. It's really hard to deal with this character. That character's V-Trigger is ridiculous.
It seems like for right now, but a lot of the sets have sort of shifted to V-Trigger 2 a lot of time has passed, and obviously people feel more comfortable utilizing that variation with the V-Skill 1, obviously to extend their combo potential as well. But Anthony back to the wall, tries to jump out. DP is going to catch him. Can't ride on Seth's airlines. Use the V-Skill 1 once again, trying to see if he can find some sort of way out. He has to try and fight some sort of way out. He just does a neutral jump to see if he can try and fish for a button from Nerf Vega, but it doesn't quite find it. This V-Trigger, though, might be it. Tries to go for the cross-up. But the entire jab into the conversion is going to end that round and actually end the match. As Nerf Vega takes this one under his belt. That would be the first match for Nerf Vega. That is extremely unfortunate. Because I think that's sort of where Ken struggles at for sure.
Well, one of the great things that I was looking at with Jot in that sequence right there, he was calling out the V-Trigger activation off the heavy kick. Josh is showing he's so aware of all the options that Anthony wants to do. And even though Anthony had a great round start, it just felt like Jot was had the lockdown on lock. And just trying to use the B skill. There's a throw though. Chicago punish.
I'm trying to see if they can go for it. Just the pokes back and forth. Anything can lead to a conversion on either of these characters. So it's about who gets the knockdown first, right? Pokes back and forth have sort of even the odds in terms of health bars, but they still haven't quite found much yet. The counter hit, not into the conversion. Trades again. The V-Trigger 2 activation. Will be the mix this time. The overhead into the conversion here. Gets the V-Skill 1 combo just to make sure that he has that extra bit of combo potential. Uses the standing roundhouse and manages to he tried to shimmy, see if he went for a bigger button there, but a good anti-air, a good reaction from Anthony to keep his corner pressure and also make sure that it's harder for him to fight back. But I say that, and that's pretty much curtains from that. Oh, never. Okay, yeah, that is curtains.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I completely forgot about that.
I don't know if he tried to do a fireball right there or something else, but the DP right there, after doing a great anti-air, and then ending that round with the DP, that was kind of tight. Like, yo, mine's better. You play with them things, I'm like, me too. This is suck though on Max from Jot, putting him call up in the corner. Attack, Anthony, still there. Gotta be careful. The Tatsus could come through hot and heavy. In order to confirm right there again with the DP, that extension, and gets V-bar from that.
Gets the counter hit though. Anthony fighting his way out of the corner. Now we're back at mid-screen. Forces the backdash from Jot here as he used the EX Tatsu. He just wants the corner position. Goes in. He uses the air Tatsu to try and keep his pressure. Times it properly with a quick rise, but even still, they will get the combo here into the V-Trigger. Confirmation. What's the mix this time? Can you block? How long will you be able to block for? Turns out it's for the entire duration. Anthony is ready and keeps the pressure on with the V-Trigger activation of his own. He just wants to be able to play the game. He gets the damage, but finds the kill in the form of a crouching jab. That's going to be Anthony tying things up at 1-1. This is match point for Vega and match point also for Anthony. Let's see who can move on in this bracket.
Trying to see if, I feel like if you're Jot, you need to find better confirms. Just like this. This is what I'm talking about. Use that bar at the bottom. My man was stingy with it. You got to spin to win, my friend. Spin to win. Finds a jump in, EX connects, puts the X kick on him, puts all the Hekatonkeries and the XDP. One touch situation right here for the stun. Boom. This might be done with the bar at the bottom with a one touch situation right here. Jot is going to take it with the softest of touch.
Yeah, that is going to be the end for Anthony's run, I believe, as this was loser's bracket that we were currently looking at. So now I believe that he will be sent to the Shadow Realm.
Hey, my man, Fawn, is Seth a spooky character?
Seth is a pretty spooky character. If I opened my closet and I saw Seth, I'd be pretty afraid, yes.
Ooh, spooky.
Ooh, spooky.
That's a spooky character.
It's spooky. Seth is spooky. Real spooky hours, is all I'm saying.
I'm gonna get you with these with these long legs.
Dude, I'll be spooked too. V-Trigger too.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yo, that's a scary movie. Hey, my man, that is a damn scary movie, bro. Let's play a game. Which way will you block the ball?
I already lost. Just take my life.
Exactly.
Just take my life. I already lost. I'm dead. You win. Just take it.
Just take it. Take it all. Here, you want my points too? Just go ahead and grab it.
Just take it all.
See, I play Alex, so I don't like blocking anyway. I typically like being on the other side of that, right? So.
Hey, you admit. We knew you guys had a code. You spoke the unspoken words, dude.
All I'm saying is Alex is the type of character that can rob the shoes off of your feet while you're wearing them. That's all I'm saying. And I'm okay with that. I'm not embarrassed about that. That's fine.
Definitely got some black Air Force Ones. Like that's definitely got some black Air Force Ones.
Absolutely does damage. The type of character that does damage.
I'm glad that you admit to it. I would admit, I gotta admit that some of y'all ain't putting in this damn code. I'm telling y'all, hit up that match reel, dude. Run the code, run some love. These players out here giving you some great Street Fighter 5 action. I'm trying to see some spicy play. I'm trying to see people get hungry for the money. Listen, I've been saying it in Intel. I've been saying it recently because I think this might be the way to make people get a little bit more fire under their butts. Facts make savages. If you want people to really get savage, you want people to really start with quote tweets and things like that and really hit hard and stop playing secondaries and stuff like that and get serious, go ahead. Buff up that Macherino. Let me see that change come through. All you gotta do is run the codes and do a little side quest on the right hand side. So, people, let's get it going. Come on, man. What did he say for what is this poll? What is this poll?
This poll is nobody. Nobody thought this would happen.
My man said nobody thought this would happen. No offense, but honestly, You know, Anthony is a strong dude. And the way he was blocking that V-Trigger 2 mix-up, I was like, man, it's when you watch a horror movie and you're like, damn, they deserve to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, they deserve to survive at the end. When they die, you're like, they deserve to win, dog. Come on. He let him block a V-Trigger 2 mix-up like that. He didn't do V-Shift or DP or whatever. He did reversal, V-reversal. He was like, I'm going to block this. You should have gave him the win, Jai. You should have gave him the win. Come on. Come on, man. We Jai moving on.
My man nephew is playing a rank match. Look,
what? Not like this.
He's playing a rank match.
Look at the status. Look at the status. You see that?
Oh, playing a rank match.
Yeah. This team puts everybody on blast. You know what I'm saying? He's playing a rank match, right?
Why are you playing a rank match?
Not like this.
Yo, Luigi's in there training for his next match as he should be, right? Right? Chris CCH
like
is, chilling in the menu. Just
he's waiting.
There. He's all like, oh, who do I gotta play? All right. Actually, no. He's.
No way.
All right. Who do I gotta play?
Who do I gotta play?
Who do I gotta play?
Chris CCH is like 10 years old with that deep ass voice.
I think
kindergarten
he's back.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, now we see him. All right, nephew, finally get in. But you know what? We have to hit him with a penalty. If he does win, I'll be taking at least $20 from him. Thank you, nephew.
You're taking a majority stake in the prize pool, unless everybody uses the Matcherino codes. Hey,
which they should.
Good plug.
Come on.
Come on, use the Matcherino code. That's what I'm saying.
Don't make me take everything from nephew. Come on. Don't. And you know what? My man said steak. Don't ever say that word around me. I don't know if you know about what happened, Fawn.
I don't think that I may have heard tales on the wind about it, maybe from Tom a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm not too aware, but I don't think I know the full story of that. Not too sure. Not too sure about that.
I'll drop a video one day. Okay.
Okay.
Yo, Miro running. I thought they were. Nah.
Wait, Karen? Who is that? Are my glasses on right? Do I need a prescription?
I do not. Who is this person?
Karen?
I've seen this name before, but I don't remember them playing Karen at all. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's that commentated memory. We have to write everything down. Otherwise, you forget what happened after
don't do this. Don't expose
round,
us,
whatever. They know. The people know because they call us out on Twitter. Like, bro, you forgot my last name, my government. But I won't forget you right now. If you come to the top 8 spot, Vero, I got you on lock, dog. I got you on lock. He's running B trigger 1, B skill 1. Let's see if we can get it done against Nephew. But Nephew's had a lot of practice against Karen, right? He plays Karen and Rashid. The Rashid is the other one I've seen. That's what. There we go. I've seen the Rashid. All right, now we know. Knowledge is power. But my man picked up Karen against someone that's played against Punk, that's lived with Punk.
Yeah, that's interesting, right?
That's brave.
Brave statement. I mean, if anything, he's getting poked down for now. Goes to the back door just to try and set up the mixed situation. This is pretty much curtains for this very first round. Nephew takes this one and loses bracket. He is going to be able to. It really just seems like for right now that he's sort of getting like out normaled almost. It just seems like he's sort of getting walked down. Yeah, situations like that where he's trying to go for pokes, trying to stay in range. I don't think he's utilizing necessarily the max range of his buttons, and more so just trying to look for a confirmation to see if he can move into anything right. And Nephew's recognizing that and punishing accordingly.
I'm talking about this far out though. Punish. Something going off of this. And go EX side switch. I like that. Get out of the corner.
Nice. He's keeping the pressure on as well. Manages to get the anti-air and gets the hit, but doesn't find quite the conversion there. That could have been huge. Goes for the jump in as well. Tries to keep the pressure, but Nephew was already ready for any sort of situation that involved that. Manages to challenge it. The trade actually on the ice ball actually allowed him, I guess, to recover a little bit faster. So he's able to challenge once again with a crouching punch, or with a crouching light punch. So
you take those.
Absolutely. So he's
all right. Look at those jabs. He's like, please stop. Please don't dash it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like the tall tale, like you're trying to set up for a movement and something like that, but also like you're trying to stop movement that you can't typically, do on reaction because their dashes are so fast. And it's a one-touch situation from either side. Miro would love to land that crouching mini kick right conversion into anything at this point.
There's no V trigger anymore for Nephew as well, so that extra range of those normals not going to mean much. It just seems like Miro just sort of wants to sit back, hit mostly standing light kick, but manages to find the confirm here, and that's going to be all she wrote for 10 seconds left on the clock. Nephew manages to win this one. It makes it a 1-0 so far against Miro. It really has just been a sort of footsie battle, if anything. It feels like he's getting like out footsied for the most part, and not necessarily like the fact that Nephew having superior neutral or anything of the sort. It just mostly seems like the buttons are going a long way when he's utilizing that V trigger too, and even before then, right? It's like you mentioned, he's played Punk so many times, right?
He understands his character in and out.
Exactly.
The space
right.
which wants to play at. And, you know, he's one of those players that will definitely outlane people. Like, he's real defensive until he needs to be. Like, I love his defensive style. Like, I'm just going to poke out these ranges. Even when the time's winding down, even when I don't have a lead, he's like, I know I can always get it done. Crush nice. Follow up. The Sin Hop puts him in the corner.
Goes for the EX. Wake up parry. Manages to get the corner throw as well. Uses the forward throw to try and keep the pressure and the positioning. Crosses under once again to try and get the corner positioning for himself. The Nephew activates. This is a lot more dangerous for Karen right now. Just trying to fight back. Manages to get the hit. Still keeps the corner pressure. The back dash makes the throw whiff. But the DP immediately after knew that he wanted to challenge it, but doesn't convert the counter hit. Instead, jumps out. Nephew keeps the pressure. Double icicles there. Still trying to keep the pressure with V-Trigger 2. He's got that corner position and tries to challenge.
Damn.
I love that awareness. Yeah,
I like the idea, but just the execution, maybe not on point. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you don't get points like that. Street Fighter don't allow that. You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta have both. Like, that was really cool, but you gotta be able to get the win. All right, get the W though. Let's see if Miro can kind of, heat things up just a little bit as they are. This great round start. Jump out from Nephew. Puts him in the corner with the Parabellum. Stun is rising. Backdash no bait. Finds the activation off the heavy kick, but the challenge though from Miro. Side switch off the light. Tenko, nice. Palm, puts it on him.
Still keeping the pressures going. Oh, tries to go for the he tried to go for the EX high parry there. Thought he was gonna try and go for a crossover like a jump in, but doesn't quite find it. The sweep into activation, pretty standard. As he manages to catch him on his way out. My goodness, yeah, unfortunate. That's how I would describe that one. As he gets the hit again, that's the stun into the conversion. Nephew is going to take this one. That is
that necessary, Nephew? That's some dark Nephew shit right there. That's definitely some dark Nephew shit. Don't tell me that Nephew didn't have to do it to him like that. He could have did a jumping combo. He could have did target combo right there. He said, I'm gonna hit you with the EX javelin to send you right out of this damn tournament, dog. You gonna feel that one tomorrow. You were thinking about that one. So Nephew.
So we're thinking about it for a while. We're thinking about it for quite some time. Unfortunate, but also at the same time, I think that he had good ideas, but once again, like you said, like sometimes Street Fighter doesn't allow that. Like sometimes there's going to be situations where you're going to be able to try and push in and try and see if you can react off something like that. Like I love to try and challenge that's crazy because like I don't ever think I've even seen anybody challenge something that's like that quick because your reactions will have to be like sort of like next level because it recovers pretty quickly. So for you to be able to snipe that, you'd have to do that preemptively.
I want to look at that later. Also, I like, is that a possibility? Is it like a millisecond kind of thing? Like I understand the fear of like being in the corner, all the hail running down your head, but like I wonder if that's like an actual punish. I feel like I've seen it, but it's been seasons since I've seen it. But you know what? I could feel a different kind of way if y'all don't put in that Maturino code. I done told you. We have 34 codes. There's 100 of you. We have 34 codes, and they're not used up. Don't make me feel a certain kind of way, all right? Don't make me feel. Look at that. All you gotta do is go up to the top up there. You get to contribute all that good stuff. All you gotta do is click a few buttons here and there. You already like hitting buttons. You're playing fighting games. Absolutely. You're watching fighting games. You're hitting buttons on Twitter, talking about dumb stuff. Why don't you spend some of that energy and run some love to these codes, these players, and let's get that pot up and nice and fat.
Like I literally just opened it and went to it right now. It's that simple. You open it up, you hit claim code. I literally just did that. It's light work. That's all you have to do. And I think it's a small price to pay for some awesome games as that we're seeing tonight, right? And being able to put these on consistently. So come on, man. Just hit the match reader code. Not that bad. It's literally 2 buttons.
It's 2 buttons. In return, you get to see Vega and Laura. You get to see a Vega player fight for their life and hope that they don't get absolutely mixed and just try to poke away. Because, this matchup is definitely like, don't let her get in. You got the 3-fighter challenge. You have the walkthrough that actually can do a great job of staying away. But you, as the Laura player, if you get in, you know what happens. You know what you can do. Be a versatile situation ain't too good, especially caught up in the corner. So let's see if Jot can stay solid. You don't have to do much, I think in this matchup. It's just poking away interruptions and things like that. If you're Vega, watch the skies a little bit with the walk speed and stuff. If you can just stay solid, you won't get mixed. But easier said than done. Challenge, man. Those frames right there, my man's unusual.
Yeah, I mean this is the Vega matchup. Okay, this is the Vega special right now is what we're looking at, and seems to manage to get the whiff punish. Doesn't quite find the conversion there. This is genuinely what you would typically expect. This is what we were saying earlier. The aspect of having superior normals means that Laura can be a little bit at a disadvantage, but this is where things start getting real spooky. You gotta be real careful when you're trying to fight back, but good challenge. And the crouching jab into the CA just to go for the chip. Already had the V-trigger activation, so you're not gonna be able to V-reversal your way out of that one. Instead, you're just gonna have to take the L there. It's gonna be
he did not just take off he took off the jacket. He said, dog, you're gonna need some light work. He said, I'm coming for your points. This is about to be light work right here. That's toxic. I love it. I love it. Rodney getting into him though. He said, dog, you better put that jacket back on because he's about to leave. Counter hit combo, the stun.
My goodness.
Step off that normal. That was so smart.
This is unfortunate. This is literally just the situation that you would expect to see from watching Laura play, right? I mean, put the jacket back on. I definitely think the jacket is he's keeping it off? He's keeping the jacket off.
Get the jacket out of here. You about to leave. That's what Rodney is scared of saying, dog. You about to leave anyway. Because I'm about to send you out of this dang tournament. This loser side, you about to go home. Or the other side of the room. I don't know. Get mixed. Stays in front with a throw. X plus frames and another one.
So keep the corner pressure, goes for another fourth throw once again. Standing heavy punch, standing fierce, is keeping him in the corner. He's looking for opportunities. Try and convert any more. He's not going to quite find it. The quarter circle back and manages to keep the pressure. Now, Vega is the one keeping him in the corner. These normals, you got to be a little bit more careful. You're still trying to go for pokes. Just go for the throw as well. That gray health is going to be huge as well. Got rid of a lot of that and ends up with more, and it ends up with better positioning than Laura is right now. Has to find a hit to try and convert, but you got to be careful. He's holding on to CA. He hasn't used any sort.
I was about to say that.
Right? Yeah.
We'll do it. These hits. Don't throw in a fireball. I feel like if you throw in a fireball, you charge out even for a second, he is going to get you. But here we go. Caught in the corner.
No. Oh no, not like this.
Dash up. EX plus race. Whips the command grab with the jump back, and just like that. Jot, lucky boy. With those reads like a librarian.
That's why you gotta be careful. You gotta be careful when you're playing around with Laura like that. There is all it takes is one. All it takes is one bad situation to go awry. All it takes is one.
Laura is definitely a spooky character.
Absolutely.
That character is definitely
right.
I've turned my eyes every time someone gets caught up in the corner. Every time I look away. I don't want to see it. It's too much for my eyes. I'll tell you one thing though. I feel like I've said this so many times. If you're a Laura player or you're a grappler, you always go for a command grab when you've lost so much health. Like that's like a key thing by so many grappler players. Like at the very end, they try to close it out with command grab. But a little bit too obvious. Here we go. The Sunset Women. This might be the last sunset you see. The challenge though. Dot puts it back to the screen.
Just to get the EX as well. Walks up this time and goes for the throw. Just Rodney waiting for a button. Dashes up again. One more hit. And that's the stun. It's a confirmation, but he's doing great at blocking. He's walked himself down to the corner, but whiffs. Doesn't quite find a huge confirmation there, but the counter hit will. That means Vega takes this match and makes it a 1-0, both in match point and in round count right now, as Vega's sitting on set point to move himself up in the bracket. Goes for the jump in and tries to keep the pressure with the EX fireball. Crosses up, but the throw tech leaves Laura in the corner. This is exactly where Vega wants her to be.
Poking away. This is now. Yeah, you got to get in front of that face. You got to just allow all those pokes that claiming that space. Air throw though. Jot picking up the aggression. He's got bar at the bottom to cook with. He can run the CA and get an okay situation off the light. That was so smart. Good conversion right there. Again, the pokes though. Jot backing off so you can have that distance. It's not you, it's me kind of thing. Off the mediums. Trying to find just hits. You don't have to do much in this matchup. Like you don't have to overextend too much. What a whip punch to the CA!
Oh my goodness, man!
He got those ashy elbows with the aloe vera, and now one hit will do it. The meaty up with the command grab, with the back out, and Jot will take it 2-0. Man, everyone gets got by that.
Yeah,
everyone gets got by that.
Yeah, that is a get enough rounds in you, and that is definitely a hard sort of mix to be able to see, right? Like that is something that you have to be a lot more cautious about. Since it's only like the first time it was that he did it as well. then that makes it even worse because then you have to keep that in the back of your mind, right? That's the first time we've seen him unclaw the entire match, and that definitely caught him off guard, and it ended up with him winning that match because of it. That is unfortunate for the Laura, but once again, this is a situation where Vega sort of thrives. Characters that don't do as well trying to contest against his long-reaching buttons, into being sort of poked down.
That's that's kind of the opposite momentum of the characters. Like, all I want to do is just poke.
Right, exactly.
Use memes, and that's all I gotta do. Right, I don't have to do anything difficult or different. And if you just stay solid using the walk speed as your defensive moves, if they jump in, I'm just gonna skate back and forth. Whatever, use the walk speed. I can stay away from the command grab setups a little bit easier than other characters that might have to hold it on their wake up. It's things like that where they don't have to guess as much. So goes up by Jot, and now we're gonna be moving to a Grand Finals Classic, to a CPT, to a IWO, don't matter what have you. Classic of a top 8, JB versus Nephew. They fought, and it was Nephew that took JB down. I thought JB was going to take him down, but there was so much back and forth in their play. JB just a little bit too risky in some of the situations. Let's see if you can just pull things back against Nephew. You don't have the first of 3 to kind of carry you. You only got the first of 2, so you better do it quick.
It seems like for now, this would be a more interesting matchup too because of the pressure that Rashid is able to provide, right? Thanks to his character's kit in its entirety. You got to be a little bit more careful though. Use the tornado and pretty much gets walked down. A couple dashes leaves Rashid's back almost to the wall. He has to try and fight his way out, throwing on a couple buttons there. Crouching fierces into medium kicks, and now that's the conversion to try and slowly start to push Nephew towards the corner. Those buttons are flying free right now, and they are paying off.
Why man do the javelin like that? I didn't even see a fireball, but the reaction works out. There's a crush up from JB. Gets him caught up in the corner. This pressure from V-Trigger is real good, and the damage you get off of it too. Extensions just like that, off the fireball. Tick throw. There you go. I'll give him the other side of the corner. Stake to stake, coast to coast. Who's got the most?
Goes for the cross up as well, man. Just get the medium punch to get the counter hit. Goes for EX just to try and keep the pressure as well. This is going to be the mix. Walks under and manages to get it. I do believe this is all she wrote for Rashid. It is JB gets taken out this round, but he's still got another one, at least potentially 2 more for him to have to play through. His Nephew takes the very first one in the loser's quarters here in Wednesday Night Fights.
Fierce in the EX. The spike puts him in the corner. Oki time, hold the throw. Challenge though from Nephew. I like that. Don't want to be caught up in the corner for too long. Backdash though. Trying to stay away from the pressure. Starts the sequence again. We've seen this so many times from Rashid. But can he get that win? That sun is building.
Slowly but surely building, but you gotta remember, Colleen has the V-Trigger now. It takes his 1 hit. And blocker on hit, and they're gonna be able to confirm it, but instead goes for the continuous pressure, just wants to get the corner as opposed to activating it. It's going to hold on to it for now. Nephew gets the crouching medium kick into the conversion. Will try and go for the mix here, goes for the pressure, but it's still not going to be able to open up JB for now. Good blocking, good defense, and allows him to get out of that corner. Allows him to get out of that situation. Goes for the EX and gets hit by the standing Fierce. You still have to find some sort of way to make it out. Goes for the javelin once again. And JB's going nuts.
Careful, JB, trying to find a way to activate. The heavy kick will do the job and do the D. JB staying solid. I like his defensive tactics. I feel like that's one thing that JB's been trying to work on in defense a lot more. But let's open up round star EXDP though. There's sometimes gotta have those bust outs at the right time to shine. That's when you run those EXDPs at the right time. Look at that follow up.
Wow.
That is so ridiculous to catch people coming out of the corner. You get the eagle spike and you get Oki off of that. So Rashid, if you're able to use the tools, is top tier. Sweep throw, activation from Nephew, putting the hailstorm on him. Caution, falling ice.
In fact, it's the back throw into the DP from Rashid there. Still going to try and see if he can find any sort of way to snipe him out of the sky, see if he can get any stray hit. The activation is what he was more so looking for, but a beautiful awareness and good punish from Nephew on a projectile. Manages to get the diving eagle kick.
What?
He's gonna be
He's wrong.
Goes for
JD doesn't do it wrong, dog. My man was the Don Kick Tartar. The Don Kick Tartar. But it's so difficult to get a hold of what he wants to do. Even if you played him for hours upon hours, sets upon sets, tournament after tournament, it's so hard to get a hold of, like, he would never dive kick here. He would never dive kick here. And JB gets you with that. And again, the extensions for the V Trigger 2 give you so much damage. JB was the first one. We're going to take down Nephew.
He has the corner position. Looking really great how he played the last match. Now he's still trying to carry the momentum over into this one. But the crouching medium is being the storyteller here for Nephew. He's gotten a couple pokes off of that have evened things up as well. And a lot of pokes are starting to add up, but a good counter hit means that JB is now on the offensive. He's going for more and more damage, more and more opportunities, and he's finding it. The throws, the buttons, the everything, the V-trigger activation. See what he can do. He goes for more opportunities, and he goes for the EXDP on his block. Hey, this is what we were saying before. You're only minus if you think that
you a buster.
Yeah, exactly.
You a buster.
Hey, he was not minus there. It worked. Man's brain is huge. Sitting on his brain throne right now.
Yeah, he's sitting on the brain throne, drinking wine. You know, nobody can approach him. And you know what? Nobody can approach him right now. His nephew can't even approach him. Do the jump back jab. I like the fade away right there. And the challenge and play off the 3 frame. Smart stuff. The chase down from JB. I love this chase down. We didn't see this before in his previous rounds. We didn't see JB chase people down like this. He's in hot pursuit. Sweep off the feet. Still in his favor. Still has a lead for until Nephew lands the activation. He is Carabella. Lock him down. What's the mix? Off the backboard though. He's out of.
He chased him down.
With his son.
Oh my goodness! Where you going?
Are you kidding me? We were talking about JB doing all that. That was so tight. That was so. Can I get the clip of that? Yo, I see you, Kurt.
Ice skate.
Can I get one? Can I get the digital scissors going through? Cut that up for me, baby. Come on. That was tight. Man.
Oh, good awareness too. Once again, to use the EX Javelin just to try and get through that fireball to avoid Rashid's continuous pressure. The ice skates are here. She is not afraid. She said, I just got these blades. The Heelys are strapped on.
Kirk, if it's Nephew, it's definitely intentional. If it's a top player, everything they do is intentional and perfect and wonderful, and everything they do is, on the right track.
Of course, top tier no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah, top players.
Yeah, of course, they always have to think top tier.
Give them a look. Yeah.
Sun's
rising, though. Baby about to get that win, Fawn? About to get that win, Fawn?
No, not like this. Here we go with the Rashid, still keeping the pressure on. He has full meter, so he has plenty to work with here. All Nephew really needs is one conversion. He just needs one hit. Goes for the crouching medium, but doesn't quite find it. He's sitting on V-trigger. JB is playing so patiently. No. He goes for the raw activation here. And is not going to quite find it, but he gets checked. But wait a minute, hold on. Oh my goodness, what in the world? You see all that damage coming out?
Careful, might be chipped on this situation. You got to be careful. The activation.
Oh,
he can't get. Oh, but the back throw.
He didn't convert it. He got thrown out of it. I only could imagine that because he jabbed twice. He went from crouching to standing. Because I think that he was giving himself some time to try and like realize that he had gotten the hit to confirm it, and then he didn't confirm it. He got thrown out of it.
Oh man!
Oh, rest in peace. And that chase was amazing.
It was good. Listen, intentional or not, that was tight. I don't care. Either way, it was sick. But I'll tell you one thing. JB, his corner play just in general was ridiculous. We didn't even see that in the upper side of the bracket when he could set down the loser. So I think that's one thing he was like, all right, let me clean that up. That's why he's moving on the bracket right here over Nephew, taking down. Man, I would love to see a first of 3 between the two. I wonder if there's some way I can instigate like a fight between the two. And I'm like, yo, Neff, I'm just saying, I was on Twitter and he deleted the post, but I definitely saw it, Nephew. I promise. JB said, JB, your fits are whack. That's what Nephew said. In the back, I'll go to JB and be like, JB, he said he can make better TikToks than you or whatever. He said,
oh, not the TikTok.
Yeah, just a back and forth like that. Whatever I can do to get more matches, because that was sick. But we'll have to wait till next week, and hopefully they come through and be able to fight. But we're going to be going through this bracket. While we go through the bracket, make sure you guys are using up all the codes. Looks like Rotary Lover just said he will throw in another $5 of his own if y'all be using up them codes.
Hell yeah.
You know what? Hell, y'all use up them codes. There's 111 of y'all. I'll bring in Odin again. If you use up the codes, that's a tall order. I don't care. Use up the codes, and I'll bring in Odin. He's actually sitting right by the green screen. I can feel his fat little face right down there.
That's a reasonable goal, man. Not like
that's reasonable.
The $500 and whatever $77 that you wanted last time, bro.
we got what 200 or something like that time, you know.
Yeah, we did. We did. Yeah,
It's close, not that far.
We take.
Hey, dude, pimping ain't easy, bro.
Y'all ain't lying. Listen, people, run those match real codes. We're gonna run you some great Street Fighter 5 action. Luigi versus Chris CCH. You know what fun? We didn't get to see Luigi at the IWO. I didn't get to see.
You're right.
He got knocked out earlier.
You're actually entirely right.
We didn't get to see it work, but only the best people on those days were gonna take it. So it's good to see him come out here, and that wasn't a fight to fight the current reigning champion, that's Chris CCH in winners finals.
Still trying to go for the additional pressure here. For now, gets the back throw. It's another throw once again. Luigi is at least able to get some good damage off, but Chris walks him slowly down to the corner, thanks to the ball of death. They now make their way, keep it into the corner still. The buttons are still keeping him in check, and it has been a rough time trying to escape, and goes for the DP, but that is, do you know what? That is actually so smart that he actually ended it with that strength of the flurry of punches, because if he didn't, then he would have gotten hit by that DP. Which is why he did that and then just waited, right? Like he didn't try to convert it into anything else or push in.
Hey, smart stuff right there. Maybe also trying to bait out like a fireball, or just use that for like a pressure tool, like because it's gonna be plus one. So it's just like a happy accident where you're like, yeah, I'm the best.
Right.
But that's like the multi-purpose tool though. At that range, could be used for that. Yo, the meaty fireball and chase down. That was such a sick sequence. Lock him down with the fireball, get the dash and throw, but Luigi right back at him.
Just use his fireballs to try and close the distance, but now we have V-Trigger 2. But what does that matter if I have a DP? That's all cool. You got your fancy mix-ups and stuff. I have a DP, and I have faith because I'm going to use it and it's going to hit. That's exactly what happens. Luigi is going to be able to use that DP to escape that situation, and obviously use the fireballs to try and keep him in check for now. Doesn't have to be skill 1 activated. We still have to be careful because that's what he's fishing for. Chris looking for any opportunity to try and see if he can take that. It's a good counter hit and actually depletes the gray health. Because of that, that's not a okay. All right, I was about to be like I was really about to be like, did he
punish that?
No, right, exactly. I was about to be like,
you saw
was he in an alternate universe? What happened?
Them young men, they can react to everything. That's the thing about young men out here. CCH, damn near a kindergartner, how young he is. He can react to everything. Put down your juice box, brother. You can't react to everything like that with us Cooper. Didn't get the CA. Luigi gets around, taking him down, but we're 1-1. EX back down to the ground with the axe kick, take throw. Trying to fight back, trying to find a crush. Anything?
Still keeping the buttons to keep him in check. Tries to challenge the heavy at a later time and gets the trade. It doesn't mean that Chris forfeits any corner position whatsoever. Still using it. Good awareness on that instant air axe kick from Chris. He's going to get flash kicked out of it thanks to Luigi. Because of that, he's going to use the V skill 2. What is he going to look for here? Just tries to go for the mix for the most part, but doesn't quite find it. Luigi still on the back pedal and using that V-Trigger 1 activation to try and get some good damage. 3 pokes in a row means that he's in a worse off spot than before. Chris, let's be careful. But he has the V-Reversal.
V-Reversal.
And it's still not going to hit. So
in some situations, depending on where he's at, they might get hit there close to the corner, but not there.
Oh, okay.
That's why. Luigi was like, please, let me get the Popeye arms on you. Didn't work out, but the back fist will do it.
Oh, that's it.
Denial. I love that denial of that approach. That back fist leaves so much space all in front of that face. And that's why we have Luigi with the first one. Man, I love the way he's playing this. The awareness. It's a little bit better, situation awareness if he wants the chip and just needs to stay solid. I'll be able to take this over Chris CCH. It'd be great to see. I feel like we haven't seen Luigi in like a grand finals in a long time. So this is fantastic to see, him and his style that he's been kind of working on.
Well, he's been in like grand finals.
Really?
Not in a long time though. What I'm saying is a long
last
time.
week, the week before that, almost.
Oh, really?
It was. It was Luigi.
Honestly, it's been the Luigi and Chris CCH show.
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
I thought the last one was not that.
These kids have been unbeatable for a while. Yeah.
You see these 2 young cats going back. Okay, someone needs to take it from him. Never mind. Get him out of here. Get him out of here. Sorry, Luigi.
Be gone.
One of you, both of y'all need to go. Well, one of you's going to grand finals either way. I guess it's too much. too much of the steak getting to my mind. That's what happened. You know,
yeah, I'm definitely gonna need that in that context. I have no idea what that is now. I have no idea what that is.
I'll put a video of the people. Christy Sage put on the damage right here. The stun's rising. EX flash kick though.
Oh, nice.
Gives a distance from him. And I like that punish right there on the way down. Met him on 4-1.
Oh man, it's just to get the hit as well. We'll be able to find good damage. Uses one of the smaller booms. Make sure he keeps that pressure. V-trigger 2. What's the mix here? Dashes up. Goes for ambiguous mix-up. Don't quite find it. Instead goes for the EX as well. And V-skill 2, that's the first time I've seen him throw that this entire match, actually, on the side of Luigi.
Yeah,
that's interesting. I mean, I guess it makes sense because of the fact that, like, the angle is a little bit harder to try and deal with, right? And if you use V-trigger 1, I guess it gives, not V-trigger, V-skill 1, I guess it gives Seth a little bit of an easier time to be able to snipe it with his own V-skill. So I guess the angle is like a little bit easier or a little bit easier for Luigi to use in his back pocket. But I mean, Chris takes that game. That's interesting. Yeah, I genuinely was not expecting V-skill 2 because, like, I saw it and I was like, wait a minute, this is not what I would have expected.
I mean, usually you do that for like damage extensions and things like
right,
that.
Yeah.
Like, you're using that just to extend your damage. And when you're not, like, if you run out the V-skill 1, I believe there's more recovery on that this season. Don't quote me on that. I believe though it lingers out a little bit longer, so that's why he probably doesn't want to have that in neutral. So you just want to run something where you find this confirms and you'll be able to run more damage and get more V-bar at the bottom. So you just get going that way. So Luigi's just trying that, but did it raw, and if he could work it out, maybe it'll be kind of a pain point for Chrissy CH.
He is checking his dashes in though, and just to get the forward fierce. Catches him lacking. Slowly trying to walk his way in. We use the V-trigger 2 to try and keep the pressure on, but no, you can't. The reversal, that's not going to work out that way. That's exactly what he wants you to do, and he actually shimmies the throw as well. EXDP. It's one more hit, and there's the stun. That's going to be all she wrote for this round. Chris CCH, you stamped that one with his seal of approval, and you got yourselves a round.
He DP'd his EX flash hit. That was so tight. Let me see something different for you, Luigi. I mean, that's a statement. Usually people go for a full punish. My man DP'd him. But there we go. Chrissy CH putting it right back in the corner. Heavy kick. Rest of the hands. Too far out. Chase him down with the medium. On the way. Heavy kick. Back to neutral. Luigi trying to fight back. But the buffers, though, from Chrissy CH are absolute money right now.
Right now, there, Chris is keeping the corner positioning. Manages to check him once again on the walk in. Gets the throw tech. Luigi fighting back, crouching medium kick. He's just trying to keep him at bay. He doesn't want him to get too close. Gets the anti-air as well, but the DP took a page out of Luigi's book into the V. I knew that was coming. I knew that was going to happen immediately.
It was going to happen.
Yeah, it definitely was going to happen. Oh, and the throw as well.
You know what? It was smart. Gets the flash kick, gets some distance. Too far for Chrissy CH to kind of get the dash up situation and the punish. And stay solid. Gets that win. Oh man, commentators out here. I'm sitting talking my man's up. Gonna go all the way to the corner. EX Hekatakris puts him right there.
Yeah. Just to get the corner positioning as well, just like you were saying. Goes for the sweep. Manages to make it work. Goes for the standing roundhouse into big damage. Instead, just goes for the meat. Doesn't quite find it. EX flash kick from Luigi. Goes for the sweep and manages to get the crush counter as well. Trying to keep the pressure, but gets jabbed out of it. That's all she wrote. That's it. That's it. Maestro directing how the rest of the round goes. That V-trigger 2, he's gonna be able to take that one. Man,
that was tight.
It was. Tight. I didn't see any of the V-skill 2 usage though from Guile there. I'm not sure if that would have helped, but I'm not sure. I mean, I'm just putting it out there. I have no idea. I just didn't see it. I didn't know what to expect. So round 1. Oh man!
So now, at that point, Chris CCH. I feel like that's a V-skill that you just can't use raw. And even the fireballs at max range right here, the calls from Chris CCH are absolute money too. We've seen him at the max range be able to get the suck on high, on heavy right there, and get the fireball going. And that's disallowing Luigi running the fireball game that you typically want to see with the combination of Guile's great synergy and normals. But it takes it off the table, makes him feel just a little bit unusual.
Right now. Pressure is under V-trigger 2. Goes for the mix once again, goes for the overhead. Right as it's about to blow up. He has V-skill 1 in his back pocket as well. Just use that for the extension. And all that health is already gone into a throw. Means that the life bars are now evened up. Goes for the meaty and uses the EX. That has to have been a misinput. Uses the EX for that. And he's going to end up losing this round. Luigi into the CA confirmed. He's going to be able to take this one.
Yeah, that's one of those things with Seth is like, you basically gotta make sure that you get everything correct with this character. If you get hit twice in many sequences, you're basically done and dusted.
Yeah.
EX puts him in the corner. Chris CCH, that son with the back though. Catch that back block though. Get got. Wakes up with just the buttons. No flash kick. Luigi still has the corner position and corner pressure. Makes up all the fireball. These skills suck. Chris CCH want to make that return over. See with a dash of heavy kick. Fireball conversion. One more touch.
One more touch and that's it. But this might be an opportunity for Luigi. Blocks the axe kick, but doesn't quite find more than that. V reversal just to keep himself in a favorable position. Gets the jab, but flash kick immediately off of one single button. I think he actually tried to go for the CA there. He didn't quite find it. The jab came out, but he didn't get the conversion that he wanted. Instead, the crouching medium kick is what's going to take that. Now it's final round. Match point for Chris.
That could have been his. That could have been his right there.
It could have been.
Mistakes that you have to just also just dust off like they didn't happen. Keep it moving, keep it rolling, tighten things up. And but you're gonna have to tighten up a lot more than that. I'm telling you right here, CCH getting the knockdown, backdash, catch him in the corner in this pressure situation. Even if on block, it don't matter though, because you're still caught up in the corner. Luigi fighting back. EX plus frames, jump in denied, heavy kick applied.
He has the life lead. He didn't quite have to go for that. He could have just kept chucking the fireballs, right? And force Chris to try and approach him in that situation. But great shimmy from Luigi. Goes for more pressure. Gets the tick throw as well. It just takes one more hit on either side. And that's all you need. He goes for
what a punish!
That's going to be the punish for Chris CCH.
That was so tight.
This is the power of the tandem engine. He's not dead.
One touch. One situation right here. He's still alive.
He has to walk back.
He triggers on play.
No!
You're gonna block this, you're gonna block this, you have the defense. He doesn't have nothing. RCCH stands him down to losers. He ain't got nothing, dog. Get crossed up on these streets. Even Gravel can get crossed up on these streets.
Them ankles broke.
Bro, I cannot believe he didn't die.
No more ankles remaining. I thought he was dead too.
I thought he was dead.
I genuinely thought he was dead too.
Yeah, that was the scariest movie we've seen tonight, right there, dude.
You're right.
The most
scary.
What was the scariest movie?
That's the scariest movie tonight, hands down.
That's true.
That had me jumping out of my seat. I'm in the theater saying, "Don't go in there, don't go in there."
You're an idiot if you go in there. Don't do it.
Oh man, that could have been the swing back, but just like that,
it could have been.
See, for CCH moving to the bracket once again. Winner side grand finals. Let's see if we can take it one more week. If we see Luigi even get there, we may not even see Luigi get there. To be honest, we might even see JB get up there or Jot.
Yeah. It is this is another opportunity to see the potential Vega. I think that he runs Seth here, in my personal opinion, as opposed to Vega. I just think that the pressure that you can keep on Rashid. I think the only way to sort of outdo Rashid is to respond with the same sort of aggression, right? I think that Seth does that extremely well as opposed for going for the pokes, because it means that your opponent has to keep a lot more in mind. You have to be a lot more spooked if that's going to be the case, you know. So I definitely think that's a good. I think that's a good move. It's a good idea.
Yeah. I think Seth's been a powerful pick. I think he can deal with Rashid. I'm not sure how the matchup goes in full in terms of like who wins or what.
Oh, he does. Okay,
but he's going with the Vega. Vega's not a bad pick though. I mean, the only problem with Vega is like the aerial approach that can come from Rashid.
Right.
He can definitely play the footsie game with Rashid. He can outpoke the character in some situations, some distances. The biggest problem is when Rashid starts getting froggy. That's gonna be a little bit different.
Get the pressure on. Good round start so far for JB. Okay. All right. Slot me in punches. A couple of them worked out, but Vega seeing the opportunity here. Dot still fighting back, man. Just get a good whip punish, so the counter hit carries him all the way into the corner as well. Gets the throw to try and keep that pressure, but ends up challenging his approach here. JB still wants to obviously keep the corner pressure and goes for anything, but the V-trigger activation is going to be enough. Misses the conversion there, but instead finds better opportunities for himself. Manages to punish the EX as well. This has been an extreme back and forth from both people, from both targets.
I love the fact that JP's not letting things go for free. Nice EX connects, puts the Eagle Spike on him. The fact that he's throwing out those staying light kicks to challenge things with punish, or just have a bumper behind it, right? If he sees it's gonna hit, he runs right in the Eagle Spike, puts him in the corner, and then we're seeing the problem with Vega. You don't have any bust ups. You don't have any DPs. You have a 3-frame. You have a V reversal. It's not too good. Off in the corner. You don't have much to work with.
No, man, just get the crush counter as well. Standing fierce is going to allow him to not only keep this corner position, but make sure that stun bar builds up. The whiff punish as well. Standing fierce from JB is going to lead to big damage, but not the kill here. It's going to be the next hit guess for game, and that's going to be it for this round in this game. The very first match goes to JB off of a very strong corner sequence.
You see where he stands for that fierce though. Like that was super smart right there. And that's just knowledge of also not only like that, where to stand, but where to place your buttons and when you think they're going to be placing their buttons. So now we're seeing Ja place himself to the character select screen and probably switch to the Seth.
Right.
Is it too late? Is it too late?
I mean, better late than never, right? Like I definitely think that if you're gonna swab it, this will be the time. If you realize that it didn't quite work out for you that way, I definitely think that the Seth is the move here against the Rashid. Just in my personal opinion, I think it's a great matchup for Seth. He can fight a lot easier. Like I said, I think that it goes a long way when your sort of response to that is with your own aggression, right? And I think that works out a lot better in Seth's favor than it does for Vega's, in my opinion. So
the fact that you got the DBs and things like that, definitely, or having a reversal can change the pace of this entire match too, and when JB wants a challenge too, and you're not sticking out long lingering limbs. And man, as soon as we get Rashid up on the deck, we see man like Oil King up in the chat coming through. I see you, Oil King. What's good, brother? JB with one on the board, powered up by his Rashid brethren, already had a victory. Now going in on Jot.
Jot's fighting right now. He's trying to fight back, find some sort of way out of the corner, manages to get anti-aired. The spinning mixer, JB trying to keep the pressure, throw out a couple buttons and just fishing for any sort of opportunity. She needs that hit to be able to convert it into a bigger opportunity for themselves, but the hit from Seth to at least keep him in check for now. Good counter hit on the crouching roundhouse. Still not going to be the lead that he needs. Rashid is taking every inch that he gets and literally tries to create a mile with it, like literally every time.
Every time, just trying to get in there. Oh,
right.
We're getting in there. JB's getting all up in that business.
Oh,
right, JB get drowned twice. Here we go though. Side switch, little dirt, not enough though.
Oh,
the shimmy. The face. Fold this dude like laundry. But the wake up EX.
Oh my goodness, the wake up EX.
JB.
The wake up EX dive kick. My man's playing 5D chess right now. Out of all the options that.
I every time I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right for it, JB. You're right for it. You know what? You're right for it. Forget it. You right for it. You did right with it. Let's go, JB. On set point. You know, if it works, it works. I can't say nothing about it. You were God. You know, honestly, he's been getting away with those for damn near his entire fighting game life. So there's a method to the madness. Side switch off the EX, gets a DP, corner position. Hold this pressure, one touch.
Yeah, and he has the feature as well. Pressure on the dive.
You can hear us. I know you can hear us, JB. I know your ass can hear us.
Using the commentators to fuel himself. Yeah, I understand.
So you want to see another one? I got you. I'll put the feet on. Go into those.
Wait,
Let's go. You into the toes?
Oh,
go into
don't
those.
Say that. Don't call the wrong people.
You call the wrong people out here?
Don't do that.
The jury players will come through.
The Makoto players will come through.
You said toes?
Toes? No. The absolute Makoto players.
Oh, man, the absolute Makoto. The Makoto
don't ever wear
players.
shoes. Never. Not a day in life.
They ain't playing Makoto. They're
Oh, no, don't do that.
Anyway, if y'all want to also play in your own kind of way, you can hit up the Matcherino. Exclamation mark Matcherino. Run that in the chat just like that. You'll be able to put in some codes, some love. Even easier to do. All you got to do is connect your accounts, and it's so simple. It's so easy. It's so breezy, baby. Come on now. And y'all can also do the sponsor quest on the right-hand side. Simple stuff, too. You can hit up the homie boss out here. My man with the beaches. You know what I'm saying? Beaches. You know, I'm saying the beach. Okay? That's what he says. It's beach. Yeah, it's beach. Don't get it twisted out here. But you can support him and many other people on the right-hand side with the sponsor quest. Make sure y'all be doing it. Look at Oil King out here cheering for JB. You will allow that to happen, Oil King? Of course you would. Y'all definitely two wild Oil King's definitely another wild Rashid player, and I think JB has some tendencies from there, but definitely has his own style. I feel like not many other players are so situated around the dive kicks that you kind of fear his dive kicks. You fear that approach from him because you're like, he could do this to me.
Yeah,
I could get got. This could be a round closer. So you think about that as an option, and in EX, V trigger, you're fine. Like you're okay. So it's not like it's the worst option in the world. I'm giving a lot of shit, but like honestly, it's hitting because he's setting it up for success. You'll see other gold players out there, they be doing that stuff, they'll get punished. Not JB, and there's a reason.
Right. It's all about the understanding, right? Because there's some things that just can't be taught. It's all about understanding the situation is that you get put into, right? The more you play the game, the easier it'll be for you to be able to recognize those situations and respond accordingly, right? I mean, you get hit by so many mix-ups, so many command grabs, you're going to be able to see that a lot easier, right? Milia's going to mix you up like 18 million times for all you Strive players out there. And then eventually you'll start seeing it. Or maybe you won't. Maybe you'll just get hit by one of her 6 options that, okay, I'm getting tilted.
You know what? That's why I got a DP, so I got to hold that. Speed's got a DP to not hold a dang thing. Luigi with the flash hit coming through. Losers finals, first of 3. Gonna see who's gonna be moving on loser side of grand finals. JB with a good round start. The throw, caught up in the corner though. Luigi trying to fight out, but the buffer off the Fierce roll. The throw. You've seen this before. We've seen this movie before. It's a horror movie. Rashid's pressure, corner pressure, 3-framer, have to bust out.
Oh no. Just went for didn't even go for the conversion there. Oh my goodness. The V reversal would actually get the punish off of the fireball was huge there. And JB actually finds the damage. He doesn't convert it in its entirety, but the fact that he got that damage in the first place was what is the telling sign here. The roundhouse into the V-trigger activation as well. Tries to go for the final hit, trying to delay and stagger his buttons a little bit to see if Luigi takes the bait, but he doesn't. Instead, he finds himself his own V-trigger activation, goes for the throw twice, throws him out of the corner. Both of them activated. The crouch Fierce is going to find the hit and the conversion to net JB this first round.
That was a good convert right there. I gotta give credit to JB to convert right off the crouch Fierce right there, to swing that out with no care. My man, if I'm Luigi, I'm backing up enough to let my man whiff and get the hits too. Get some damage on the deck. Luigi with a good round start, but that is a miss. And Poopa still falls.
No way, JB.
What a lucky dude. If you buy some wild tickets and hand me one, you definitely about to win a bunch of money. The way you've been getting away with things out here like a damn, what is the saying that Clark says? Hamburglar? You are hamburgling right now.
The hamburger. Rest in peace. Uses the V-trigger activation off of the V-skill as well. Goes for the mix here, but doesn't quite find it. Instead, gets EX flash kicked, excuse me, on his wake up. Luigi still has to block here.
That's so tight.
Still trying to find an opportunity.
Feature.
Oh, feature activation though. This is huge. He's got an opportunity. It blocks the DP. He knew his brain maximized. Absolutely for this specific situation. He knows.
We went for the DP and all that health. It all sat the way he had the lead too. He did the sick combo too off the Eagle Spike and had the mixer right after. You gotta clean this up. If you want to see your highlights on MetaView later on, you gotta clean this up. They ain't gonna let you highlight the whack stuff. There you go, the weight and the bait. Wheeling in on the other end, some damage. You see pressure, backs away, looking for a flash kick. Gets a knockdown though, off the EX. Deep break. We taking back his turn.
Trying to find the pokes here. Standing Fierce is just to keep Rashid in check so he can't try and close the distance here. Uses the DP on the situation that he has to use to create pressure, right? He's going to try and find that opportunity. Any opportunity that he finds, he's going to take it, Luigi. 3 hits already, moves out of the way of the DP, but doesn't block it. He instead jumps over it, gets the anti-air to try and answer things back for now. Just play the fireball game, and he runs into it. JB is going to lose this round, and Luigi is going to take this very first match here in Losers Finals.
I can't believe that was just one match. I looked at the score, I was like, that's got to be 2. The 2, but no, just the way that it's been swinging right back and forth. But the differential is the wake-up situations, the reversal situations. Trying to reverse the pressure or put a score on the board. It's not happening though for JB. His call-outs not happening. What's happening though is Luigi waiting and baiting, getting these fat punishes and going in. There's the buffer though. B skill puts him in the corner.
Nice.
Maybe you gotta stay a little more solid on defense and just run that offense to get that victory. And we're seeing right here when he's able to work like this with the buffers, it's absolute money.
Oh, shimmy. The shimmy as well, just to make sure that he can obviously keep that corner pressure. Goes for the throw, one more hit, it results in a stun, or it could result in the round, depending what JB finds, but it's more so Luigi potentially running away with this one. He's going to try and walk him down for now. Just goes for the throw. Not going to make it too complicated. Let's go for the standing roundhouse on the side of JB, but chases down the V reversal. Doesn't find the confirm though. Instead, he's going to try and play around those fireballs. Ooh. But the jump is a little bit too much for him to handle. Avoids the hitbox for the fireball, but finds his hit in Luigi. Takes the round. JB is on one of them.
JB out here. This is what I want to see from JB. A lot more solid play, less bust outs. The dive kicks can come hot and ready when you get things going, right? And the DPs, when you really need them. Otherwise, run the pressure tight. Luigi fighting out all right with the DP of his own flash kick. Got some distance, but JB right in front of the face. There it is. Oh, no, but no punish, though.
Tries to find the damage, or at least any opportunity for JB to try and run away with this one. Gets the crush counter and finds the corner position. What's for breakfast? Make sure that he keeps the Okazeme for now, but challenges his way out. Luigi slowly finding his way out of the corner. Both of these guys are slugging it right now. Hit after hit, button after button, just trying to see who can take the round back. EXDP once again. And to make it on, and to be honest with you, Luigi is absolutely reading the fact that he's using those fireballs. He's activating V-Trigger 2, and that's what he's going to go for to keep his pressure.
And I think the great thing is, like, as soon as he sees the spin, he's got something for it. Like, he's got something. He's like, you gonna do this? I'm gonna do that. Get some distance. But a little bit mistimed with the flash kick in terms of the reverse situation. JB putting him down. My dude doing it again. Luigi,
man.
These young cats don't care about a damn thing. I'm telling you. Just reckless abandon, bro. Absolutely reckless. Do it again. I swear to God.
I swear.
I
do it one more time.
Do it again. Do it one more time. I swear to God. These young cats. You know what? At the same time, man like me would have got. I would have definitely got.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
We all would have got with the flash kicks. But JB, he done fought this dude so many times. He's like, nah, not me. Not me. That's 1-1. The Hamburglar stays alive. It stays solid.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. My goodness, man. 1-1 here in losers finals. The first of 3. See who can take this one and move on to grand finals. A good jump in as well. Good awareness of knowing when he's going to throw that fireball. Throw tech. Luigi is fighting back. The run-up throw once again to try and keep himself favored in this situation. Gets the anti-air. Still tries to go for any sort of challenge. Luigi fights back, but he's still not out of the corner. He's in the gulag right now. He's trapped. Let him out. He has to find some sort of way to escape, but he can't. He's stuck there. That's going to be the round for JB.
He's Akon, dog. He's Akon. Locked up. Won't let him out.
They won't. They won't let him out.
They won't let him out. That's the
whole song. That's what the whole song is.
Won't let him out. You don't need to hear the rest of the song. 2 minutes in, it's just he's still locked up. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
That's how it is. That's how it is when you fight Rashid. Oh my God. Man. Every one of these reversals are getting baited, dog, and punished. It's been easy bait oven.
Oh,
easy bait oven, baby. I'm telling you. JB gobbling him up for free.
Not like this. JB with the second game already. Oh, we hate to see it. We hate to see it. A bait once again.
If you're JB, you love to see it, though. My man.
I mean, yeah. You're right.
He's letting that sucker rip. He is like, you know what? It's burning a hole in my pocket. It's burning a hole. I gotta let this sucker rip. I can't hold it in anymore. EA Splash Kick has been whipped so many times. It ain't fine. And now, it's time for JB to take that victory. He is on set point. Finds a 3-piece corner carry. Puts the mixer on him. We see this so many times before, Fawn. So many times.
Oh no, not the standing mediums.
Not the standing medium.
Anything but that. Man, just to keep the pressure on him too. He has really been locking him down in this corner. It's hard for Luigi to try and fight out. Use the skill to obviously move in, close that gap, and gets the throw. He is maintaining pressure. And my God, if he's not going to let it go, he's just going to have it. He has the key. You're in his gulag. It's not even the gulag anymore. The gulag is more general. It's Rashid's gulag. He's trapped you in it.
You wake up, you're surrounded, you're like, dog, I'm the captain now. What happened? What happened? Dog, you were here with me. The baby boomers, though.
Oh, right nice. Oh, it gets blocked. He drops it. Tries to bait any sort of DP, but just walks up and goes for the throw. Keeps it simple and gets the round. JB on set point here to move on to grand finals and send Luigi into the shadow realm here. Goes for the EX. Manages to get the DP, but the trade, it still leaves it still leaves Luigi on the receiving end. He's still the one with the knockdown here. JB can follow up after that, and he's back in the corner once again.
It's knockdown though. Here we go. Gets the eagle spike. Chase down, back rise, heavy kick activation. He shifts away. Still in play. Luigi get caught up in the corner. We've seen this so many times. Here's a part about Bailey's.
Oh, nice.
Side switch off the medium. You got to do things like that. Again, the chase down. Who we asked for from JB before.
Still trying to go for the damage. Anything that will keep them in a favorable position. JB and Luigi fighting back and forth, going for the crouching fierce here. Finding literally anything it is that they can. Luigi has the lead here. He's playing very patiently, but gets shimmied. The crush counter into the throw. Considerable amount of damage. V-skill V-trigger activation into the throw as well. Try and keep him on his toes. JB doesn't tech that one. Instead, the round goes to Luigi.
Luckily, you know, you're in that situation. We had the plus rates going, and they have the throw. And luckily, you know, Rashid on the lower end of the health threshold, cross cut, flash kick right there. The weight and bait took a page from Luigi and got V-skill, flash kick, take him down. EX,
he baited it, but he can't punish.
It doesn't
wrong. My goodness,
it doesn't wrong, Luigi.
EX flash kick into the
these kids are slugging. These kids are slugging on the playground.
Oh my goodness.
EX flash kick to sit him where he can't be found. Luigi. Dog, I can't believe he EX flash kicked in his face. What a damn round. Bro, I'm stressed. I'm so stressed right now watching this.
My
if you're
goodness.
thinking it, bro, I think they're having a fun time. Me, I'm more stressed than them probably right now. These cats out here be unusual. The way that they're swinging out here, come on now. I cannot believe my man walked up, flash kick EX in his face. Oh my God, 2-2.
Hey,
the final game. What is going on?
If there's anything that anybody's watching this needs to take away, you are only minus if you are a win. If you believe you're minus, you're gonna be minus. Don't believe you're minus, and you'll hit every time. That's all I'm saying.
Believe in yourself. Exactly.
Believe in
Even if you've lost a bunch, lost a bunch of rounds, they still come down to the finale.
Still gotta, exactly.
Yeah. You might lose a couple rounds, but the first of 3, you might make it happen.
Exactly.
A lot of people voting for JP up in the chat. A lot of people riding for JP out here in Rashid play. But Luigi ain't done just yet. Catches him down with the ground with the trip guard. B-skill right to the boot. Be careful with those. So double down with the B-skill. Puts the foot on him in the throw. EX flash kick. Go
for the flash kick here. Thanks to V-skill 2 is able to convert a little bit off of that. Manages to avoid the punish there. Gets the counter hit from the crouching jab. But once again, these two are slugging right now. Put a V-trigger activation from Luigi. Means that he has more of an opportunity to fight. Tries to go for the... What a block as well from JB to just know and not be afraid of that. He may lose the round, but that awareness was next level for him to be ready for that.
He's going to get a lot of awareness now. Luigi is on set point, but that's like good to see that, from that player. Like, okay, he's got the awareness, it's there.
Right.
Put it together in the match. Put it together. JB though, the one lacking a second in terms of health right here. Luigi, air to air with the throw.
Air throw.
Nice and close. Luigi though, with the wake up, All-American with a side of fries. With the B skill, doubling down again. Corner push. There's the back throw. Challenge though, Luigi. One touch.
Wake up EX dive kick once again. Tries to go for the conversion, but can't quite find it. Chases him down with the EX of his own. There's no more. He's going to be able to challenge it though with the jab. JB is there, throw tech, the V-skill activation from Luigi. He jumps again, he's not afraid. Not in any way, shape, or form. We jump off the wall. JB's getting more unhinged. The cage is open. You gotta be careful, gets the anti-air.
Just do it.
One more touch.
Do it now, go hard.
Fireballs. He's got it. He's got the CA. It's the one fireball. He doesn't lock him down. He just has to go for it. He just has to literally go for the CA. If he does it from this distance, he can't jump. He has to back up. He can burn time with that.
So afraid of like a neutral jump or just like he's just gonna do it preemptively. He's just so afraid of that, like that. Just do it. Oh, the anti-air right there. It was a checkmate situation. Luigi says, "I'll take it to go." JB is knocked out of the tournament. Man, that's got to be a painful situation right there, bro. Like when you see that you have no bar in terms of view reversal, and they have a full bar of butter to cook with.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Full screen. People would say something like, bro, I feel like Chip should be back in these games. Chip should be back in these games. You see that right there? That was literally Chip right there. That was literally a checkmate situation. And that has happened a lot more, I feel like, as this game's going on. And we're seeing the return of last week's, I guess the weeks before. JB going down and Luigi going up against Chris CCH and people before we get to the finals. Make that match real hot. Come on now. How is that match real lower than $40? How do we not use up all the codes? Run those codes, run some love, run some support of the players. They will duly appreciate it. And it only takes a second of your time.
Absolutely, yeah. There is absolutely so much to be able to utilize here in terms of the match arena. All you gotta do is literally open the link, click the claimed code. Goodness gracious, that's a tongue twister if anything. Click the claim code and make sure that you can actually donate to the match arena. It is not that hard. I just did it. Be sure that you give the support to these wonderful people that are putting on these tournaments, and give support to Alex Valle. Like the Wednesday Night Fights crew, it's amazing, and it's great to be able to see these come out consistently when they can. Right? I mean, it is so important to be able to recognize that. And
it's not lying.
Doesn't hurt to try and give some support.
It's so easy, and plus we're on the way to offline. Let's keep getting that get that momentum in the match arena. Give the players some love, give the community some love, give the teals some love, stuff like that. Before we get to that point where we could be offline and be able to talk that mess in person. Most of you wouldn't do that because you got your little Twitter fingers and stuff like that. But use those Twitter fingers to give some of the match arena and tweet out that we are in grand finals of Wednesday Night Fights. Chris CCH versus Luigi. Chris in winner's side, sent him down to loser's side. Luigi got to do it twice to make it nice, but I don't know. The way that Luigi be playing, he's so risky on these DPs and flash kicks and things like that. And the way that Chris has been so hot in terms of taking down the oppression, it might be kind of rough for Luigi.
Yeah, I would imagine that is the case too, right? And once again, history is sort of repeating itself thanks to Valle chiming up and being like, hey, these guys have been fighting consistently in grand finals here, back and forth, and this is something it is that if you play enough, you start to not worry about the character matchup, but you start playing against the player, right? They're like there are definitely situations where if you and everybody that's out there that plays fighting games, that plays them consistently, has a training partner with them, you absolutely know what it is that I mean. There are certain times where you realize that that's not the character, that's the person you're playing against sometimes, right? And
that's the most fun, to be honest. Like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Look at the check right there. Using the EX on the wake up right there. Definitely an option to delete the throw right there. And it's something we haven't seen from Chris CCH, but he pulled that out against Luigi because he knows it's going to work.
Corner pressure for now, but the V-trigger activation means that Luigi has a easier time with this pressure. Dashes up twice and manages to get the throw, the sweep to go under the fireball. Make sure he takes his turn back. V-trigger 2 as well. Just keep the pressure for now. Goes for the overhead. The mix is there. And that's going to be the hit that submits the round for Chris CCH.
That down forward fear is so deadly in the middle of that V-trigger. You usually don't see it unless it's in the target combo. But so smart for Chris CCH to mix up his approach right there. Flash kick, suck, take back the turn, upside down kick, the low crush. Crush immediate kick, and I like these hits until Chris CCH pulls out the V-trigger, puts the pressure on him, overhead this time. Fierce, Hagatakuris, EX, corner push, sun's rising.
And still trying to see what they can do here. Gets the forward throw as well. Tries to keep the pressure on, but the EX flash kick is going to keep him at least a little bit more safer. Luigi now has an opportunity to fight back with another V-trigger activation, but Chris is not afraid to challenge these buttons. Goes for the throw, manages to get the hit. He has the chip as well if he wanted to. It just so happens that he gets hit by the kick. And with that, Chris CCH takes the very first game in grand finals.
The dangerous thing about that V-trigger too is that, like, even if you don't kill them, you get like a decent enough situation. It's a 2-bar V-trigger. You get it early, and you get a decent amount of hits in terms of damage, so you could eliminate half their life. And all they got to do is they got to guess. They got to flip a damn coin. And now Chris CCH with 1 on the board. Axe kick, round start, deletes the fireball. That's usually the go-to method right there. You usually see Guile players round start with the fireball, axe kick. Tatsu right through. Moving on through, and the crush, the raw stuff from Chris CCH. Didn't even have V-trigger to back himself up.
Oh man, just a good throw as well, trying to still keep that corner position and gets the whip punish. Chris converts this into bigger damage and even more consistent corner pressure. Manages to block the hit as well and gets the stun. Chris CCH finds the damage and manages to convert it. That is going to be another round for Chris CCH. He has been in the driver's seat for a while now. It has been hard trying to stop him.
it's a matter of just disallowing the fireballs, checking Luigi right here with the timings of these buttons, but also just Luigi kind of throwing himself to the wind with the flash kicks, and Chris stagger stepping the moves enough to bait out these these attempts and getting the anti-airs, get the punishes on the deck.
Still keeping them in the corner. The flash, the sonic boom, excuse me, or at least going to keep him away for now. Uses the V reversal, tries to keep him back. He's just trying to slowly fight his way out of the corner. Great job at converting that, but an instant air axe kick, the instant EX axe kick is going to be there, but he gets hit and manages to block the DP. He tried to go for it once again, but that's the round. That's actually the game. 2-0 in grand finals here. Chris CCH has one more match before he takes it all.
These reversals are making me feel some sort of way today. Like, they're letting these, it doesn't matter if it's Luigi, Chrissy CH, JV, they should have never given y'all EXDPs at all.
Yeah.
They should have never given y'all reversals. You don't deserve them. But right now, Chris might be deserving of a win as he is one game away. He is tournament game point to take it over Luigi. And this is one of those things where it's like, if you're Luigi, if you're going to do these bust out situations, you got to be a little bit less obvious, my friend. You're a little bit too obvious. Like, you are showing your hand a little bit too much. Chris CCH has been to get stagger step with his normals, put a little few seconds on it, and then wait for Luigi to bust out and get a full punish.
Oh, manages to the suck. Doesn't quite find the conversion there. Trying to see if he could steal the sonic boom, but doesn't find it. Instead, he still keeps the corner pressure in the long run. He's just throwing out a wide array of buttons here. Luigi manages to jump out, though. Now the shoe's on the other foot. Now Luigi's backing up with the sonic boom and trying to play the zoner game, but the axe kick, still got to be careful around that. V-trigger 2 gets the trade, but he still is in control. Goes for the ambiguous mix-up, but he still blocks it. Crush counter to keep his own position for Luigi, but of course that gets clapped back by Chris as he is aware and ready. Manages to get the combo 2 off of that axe kick as well. Goes to the sonic boom and gets the throw. That's the round. There's one more. This is looking like a cleanup.
Tournament point. This is tournament point. This is tournament point. Cleanup. Mom said he had to go to bed. His mom was like, you've had your Capri Sun. You've already did your finger painting, but you've got to go to bed. He's like, Mom, I can't pause the game. So, Mom, I can't pause the game. That's done.
My goodness.
Check the bar at the bottom. That's done.
It.
Runs the CA off the DP, and Chris CCH gonna take it over Luigi.
Oh my goodness. Wow, man.
Kirk, you see what Kirk is saying in the chat? Bro, there is no reverse 3-0. He's done. He's out of the tournament, dog.
Reverse 3-0 incoming. Rest in peace. I mean, maybe if like you swap the score, then yeah. Like if you wanted to swap the score at this point, it would be a reverse 3-0. But it's a little bit too late for that. Chris actually takes this match, takes the whole tournament on this Wednesday night fight. It's grand finals, a quick one. As Seth cleans it up and makes sure that he can obviously take the tournament prize pools to himself, as well as the fact of obviously keeping the fact that Seth is still very strong. Real spooky hours. That's what Seth does.
Real spooky hours.
Real spooky hours. I mean, man.
I gotta give credit to Chrissy CH to clean that up before his mom came through the room and was like, dog, you gotta go to bed right now. Okay, Mom. But I just put Chrissy CH's Twitch in the chat. Why don't you go run a follow to him, give him some love. In fact, like, go tell him Seth is cheap in a nice way. But he's streaming his plays. So if y'all, he just made a V-Trigger 2 guide as well, which is really good. Like that guide is like super good. So if you have questions about V-Trigger 2, you can hit him up. Also watch the guide. But congratulations to him. He is godlike. He is again showing his dominance. And when it comes to the CPT in terms of NA West, he might be my next favorite. I mean, no offense to anybody else, but he might be my next favorite.
Yeah, he's definitely putting in the work where necessary, right? And definitely is obviously putting in that work, that opportunity, that perspective it is that you need to be able to have when you're a consistent tournament player, right? You're going to play very consistently, and of course that means the training regimen has to be as consistent as how much you're playing, right? You got to make sure that you're putting in that work, figuring out what exactly is happening. I mean, like, once again, make sure that you guys go in and into his chat as well. Run up that follow. Like, I'm sure that he's already in there labbing something up literally right now since the tournament is over. I'm sure he is literally in training mode right now doing something. Like, I have no doubt, and that's the consistency it is that you need. It's been an awesome tournament.
Yeah, it's been actually really good, really quick, but you know what? That's it, people. Great Street Fighter 5 action. Listen, before we bounce out, Fawn, where can they find you and what are you doing?
You can find me on Twitch at Fawn the Legend. You can find me on Twitter at Fawn the Legend. You can find me on YouTube at Fawn the Legend. It's pretty much the same all around. I pretty much be streaming fighting games. I've been streaming Strive a lot more recently. I want to get back into Street Fighter. I know Oro and Akira are both coming out. I am excited. Give them to me. Give them to me. I am absolutely ready. Oro's gonna be out first, but I gotta play my girl Akira, man. I'm such a huge Rival Schools fan. I found it the other day. I feel like a liar because every time I bring this up, I don't have it to show. I literally found it the other day. I have the original Sega Dreamcast case for Rival Schools. Like I am a fan.
Like
yes, I am a fan. Real? I am a fan. Close to your heart. I have to find it. I have to find it so that way I can actually pull it up on camera next time I say that. I'm excited for Akira. I'm a big fan. I'm excited for the characters to come in Street Fighter 5. So you guys can find me on Fawn the Legend anywhere on Twitter, Twitch, or YouTube.
Hit them up. Y'all can find me at _Saint Cola or twitch.tv/Saint_Cola. I'm currently working with Panda to give you guys some great fighting game content. We'll be coming out with a new video real soon. There's already great content. Make sure you guys follow the Panda Fighting Game channel that they have. They've got some great things beyond tier lists. We're just having a good old time over there making some like fun FGC content. We don't want to make anything like, this is how you do this for this. Y'all can go elsewhere for that. You want to see some fun stuff out here that make you laugh and you can show your friends, come to the Panda stuff. Also, I'll be I can't talk about that. No. You'll see soon. But I'll definitely be go ahead and hit me with a follow on Twitter if you want to hear more of my dumbass commentary. I wouldn't suggest it. But I would suggest you guys go to Level Up on their Twitch, on their Twitter. Run them a follow if you haven't on here, or on Twitter if you haven't also as well. Make sure you guys hit up the Metro one more time. And y'all can also do that for Strive coming up next. Don't go anywhere. It's going to be Guilty Gear Strive right after this.